Hi, my name is Kirk Evans. I'm a volunteer with the Central New York Conservancy, and we're here in beautiful FT Proctor Park. I'm going to take you for a walk along the north side of the park, the long abandoned part that everyone's been asking us about for our Community Choice Awards program. Here we are at the north side of the park. This is Starch Factory Creek, a popular swimming spot. Over there is the bridge into the very far north side of the park, the long abandoned part of the park. That bridge may look a little different. For years it was run down and in disrepair, but thank you to the Conservancy and the funding acquired by Congressman Brindisi, we were able to bring it back to its original WPA standard. Wow. This is the entrance to the north side of FT Proctor Park, the long abandoned part of the park. And from this angle, with those cement barriers and the dark woods, might look a little scary, but it's definitely not. This whole area was overgrown. But at one of the Conservancy's cleanup efforts, volunteers from BNY Mellon came and did a fantastic job of clearing out all this undergrowth. This wall is even part of the original Olmsted design. There'll be a series of roadways up through here, and you can notice them by the white posts along the side. They mark the edge of the road, just like you would find in a lot of traffic areas right now. You can see that the posts continue on up to the right. We have a trail here that goes along the creek. This trail up here goes and loops around. We'll be heading up that way, but very shortly, you'll be looking down at this spot. We'll be on the other side. You can then see those posts going up on the right side. What's nice about the park over here, besides it being nice and quiet, it's in the shade, it's cool, it's peaceful, is that it's full of all these really awesome hidden treasures. One of the first pieces of history that we find as we walk through this part of the park is an old foundation. This old foundation probably dates back to the early 1900s. And according to old maps, it was actually a trolley barn for the very active trolley line that ran along Bleecker Street and ended at what is now the Masonic Care Community. As you can see now, it's just overgrown with woods, but it's still here and will be here for decades to come. We're continuing up the paths that the Central New York Conservancy, we're going to partner with the City of Utica and the Community Foundation, restore these paths so that they're safe for everyone to walk on. No tripping hazards, smooth, wide, and easy access for first responder vehicles, such as the Utica Police Department's new ATV. Just as a point of reference, that's Bleecker Street right over there. And that was one of the main entrances to Proctor Park back in the early part of the 1900s. You can see a car go by there. Now there are two what I think are really cool features of this park that are still have remnants of it here today. We're coming up on an intersection where that road I told you about earlier comes up. You can see the white posts, and we are right down there. It continued up to a very large traffic circle. I call it a traffic circle, although I doubt there was a lot of traffic. Cars, horses, buggies. And as you go in here, sure, it looks just all overgrown and everything, but what's really great about it is as you get deeper into this woods, you can see an old stone pillar. And that stone pillar used to be the dead center of the traffic circle, and on top of it was an eagle, similar to the one you'll see at the top of Master Garden Road, at the top of the ski lift in Roscoe Conkling Park, The Conservancy wants to clear all this out. As part of the Community Choice Foundation's grant, put on by the Community Foundation, if we win that, we want to clear all this out, make it all accessible, make it a really fun place to walk. So we're going to make our way back to the trails. This used to be one, this will be one. And I'll show you what I think is the second coolest part of this park. As you can see here, the trail system splits. One path on the right continues around back to where we started. We'll go back that way. and it continues here to the left. Now, these weren't the original trail systems. There were trails all over here that worked themselves away some of the main features. We're coming up to what used to be a trail. If you look here to the left, that's the road we just came down. And now it continued down through there to Starch Factory Creek. With that reference point, the executive director of the Conservancy and I were searching for the lost pool of the north side of Proctor Park. This was a 60-foot by 80-foot reflecting pool. Had stone benches and planters all around it, and was a calm, peaceful place. That's one of the reasons we want to restore these things as part of the health and wellness category for the Community Choice Awards. A walk in the woods, good exercise, your trusty dog with you. It's peaceful, tranquil, eliminates stress. And what we found as we were in these woods, looking at these parts of the woods, was this little piece of foundation next to the base of the tree. That's right. Good girl. That foundation we have now since uncovered. Continues along, and we found a corner of it right here. And it continues up and goes all the way around. This is the pool foundation. Pretty cool. In the photo you saw, it was all clear. The trees were clear. It was a wide open, beautiful space. And now the foundation goes off into the woods there. It cuts over across the trail and then comes back down here. Our goal as part of this Community Foundation Community Choice Award grant is to restore the original walking paths that go around this pool. And as you see, these paths line up perfectly with yet another staircase that seems to go nowhere. The foundation of the pool went here, right along there. There's the corner. And of course, right here was the staircase to access it. Now, if you walk down this staircase, and this is also a WPA staircase from 1940, replacing the original, you'll see there's several stones missing. Vandals still proceed to take stones from it. Not a lot we can do about that. But this used to be a major trail right to another bridge. And I'll show you that photo. If you look for this edge of the foundation of the stairs and go straight down, that's Starch Factory Creek down there. There was a bridge that went straight over. And if we step back, you can see there was a natural path that went straight up there. And these are some of the paths we want to restore. I hear from people all the time that they're afraid to go into Proctor Park or come across the creek to this part of the park. And I have to tell you, I've been coming over here for years, and not just with a big dog. I think I've seen people maybe once or twice at most, and they were just friendly people like me walking. It's a beautiful place to relax and unwind, check out the nature. You have to see it for yourself. And once the Conservancy gets done restoring all these paths and trails, it's going to be an even better place. And as we finish up our loop of a walking trail we want to restore, you can see we're back down to Starch Factory Creek. There's the path we walked in on, coming up to the bridge. And at the top of that old stone staircase that has since eroded away. Thank you for watching. This has been a quick tour of the north side of FT Proctor Park along Starch Factory Creek. We'd love your vote for this Community Foundation's Community Choice Awards. Let's get these barriers removed. Let's get these trails fixed up and make it a place for everybody. Thank you.